Welcome everyone to episode 46 of the Video Game Book Club. I'm Tubby Mora, and today I am joined by Nakuso and Tailman. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What up? And this time around, we're going to be focusing on My Friend Pedro. This game was nominated by Nakuso, and it was selected on the Wheel of Mystery with a 1 out of 1 chance, or 100% chance of winning. Congrats again, Nakuso, 2 times in a row. It's kind of odd that you've secured it twice with 100% chance of winning.
For that. I'm tired of being secured.
Don't worry, he's going to go for it. 3 for 3.
No, please, yeah, you have him. Select him, please. I'm tired of being secured.
I don't want to do every. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I know, how do you think I felt when it kept picking me those last few times?
What are you talking about? How do you think I felt? How I've been in every single one of these?
There you have it.
Got
You've
him.
been a classic protocol.
No, I was. I was in there. I just didn't play it.
I mean, you didn't play it, though.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, fair enough. We're getting off topic here. My Friend Pedro was developed by Dead Toast Entertainment, published by Devolver Digital, and was originally released on June 20th, 2019 for the Nintendo Switch and PC. On Devolver Digital's official website for My Friend Pedro, it reads, quote, "My Friend Pedro is a violent ballet about friendship, imagination, and one's man's struggle to obliterate anyone in his path at the behest of a sentient banana." But that's how the website describes the game. How would everyone here describe the game? And the order of presenting will be Tailman and then Nakuso. And please be advised, there may be spoilers ahead. And with that said, let's get started. Question 1. Describe the game in 1 sentence.
This game is packed full of potassium and bullets.
Potassium and bullets, okay. I like it.
Yep. Next.
I would describe this game as an action-packed, mind-melding journey for revenge against a futuristic organization that is driving you bananas.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like it.
Good, yeah.
Punchlines here. All right. Question 2. What platform did you play the game on? And briefly describe your playstyle towards the game.
Okay, so now this one's a doozy. So because initially I played this game first of all on PC, mouse and keyboard, not controller, and on Steam. And the way I played this game was I thought that was intended to be played as. So I was doing nothing but, bullet time or focus in this case. It's called focus. I would do the split shots, the off the wall trick shots, kicking,
styling on everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
kicking bloody chunks of their friends into each other's faces, using the arena, the scenery to kill them. Rack up those nice style points, and it was fun up until like the last few chapters of the game. Then it became from that to a more. I feel like I was playing a more of a puzzle game at some times, with shooting mechanics rather than what I thought was going to be a run and gun, mindless shooter that looked like from the trailer. So that sort of killed it for me. But for the most part, that's pretty much how I played it. I played it as as the running gun I thought it was going to be, and then later on it ended up becoming more of like a puzzle platformer with bullets, in a way. And then it was just from there on.
I could just hear the pain in your voice as you talk about it.
I liked it a lot, man.
We'll talk about it. Don't worry. There's plenty of time.
But yeah, that's it. Next.
Okay.
I played this game on Steam with an Xbox Series X controller. The controller is black.
Oh,
this
important.
is the standard controller that you can buy at any retailer, not sponsored.
Where'd you buy it?
Where I bought this controller? Best Buy.
Okay, that's very important. Very good decision. Very good warranties. Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I didn't use the keyboard or mouse at all for this one. I just went with the standard controller. For each level, I went through each level pretty much, standardly. Some levels I did replay again. Halfway through the game, though, I did change the difficulty from normal to hard because I felt that normal was way too easy. And then hard was I started actually dying. So I was happy with that. It was a good amount of deaths in there, not just always brainlessly turning my brain off and running through the levels, which
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I didn't mind, but just the hard difficulty added a little bit of strategicness in terms of how I tackle a lot of the levels, especially the later half.
Okay.
Also, surprisingly, the aim assist I turn from normal to low because I noticed that when it's on like normal, usually your character targets the body more when I want to do headshots, which gives you more points and damage.
Yeah.
So I turned that to low, and my accuracy does feel better when I was just trying to aim at specific things like the
I feel
like the canisters. It's like sometimes it's just hard to target, or it would just target stuff I didn't want it to target. You know?
Yeah, I try to do especially when the shot has to be like very precise. Like when you're trying to hit like I don't know, a gas tank or something behind an enemy, but it always shoots towards the body. I'm like, what? No, shoot them! I even used the little. I even tried using the little split shot mechanic thing to kind of target it, but even that doesn't really. It feels like I'm shooting in the general direction.
Kind of defeat the purpose of the aim assist if it's not even doing its job.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help if you're just doing it for general shots, but when you start to play more and more, and you see more precise shots when it takes.
Yeah, it's fine when it's like you're just playing, but I was trying to go for try to get high scores, so I was like, I had to turn it low.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I played it.
Wait, Tailman, what difficulty did you play on?
Oh, just normal.
So you went for like a medium firm banana. Nuxel went for like a super rock hard banana. Hasn't ripened yet. Okay.
He literally he ate it while it was still growing on the branch.
What a man!
Yeah.
Hardcore.
After my stay with playing hardcore and RE4, I just want to take it easy, dude.
Fair enough. Okay. Let's move on to question 3. What are 3 things you like about the game? And we'll be alternating between Tailman and Nuxel. All right, Tailman, take it away.
All right. So first of all, the initial game, my goodness, the one thing I liked about the game was definitely the what's it called? The maneuvers you could do, like the slow motion. There we go. The slow motion mechanic was really fun to use whenever I could, if it was applicable. If it maybe felt like I was playing like maybe the closest to what we'll probably get to being a side-scrolling Max Payne type game, or maybe even a John Woo game or something with all the maneuvers you could do in midair and how you could shoot at your enemies and how it gives you points and all that for stylistic kills. But the first one I'm going to pick is definitely the slow-mo mechanics and
bullet time.
Bullet time, essentially. Yeah, I just loved it. It was really fun in the initial starting parts of the game. So
plus that's like I mean that is the big one of the biggest selling points of this game. It'd be a shame if they didn't nail that down.
It would have been, but thankfully they did, at least in that regard. So
okay, nice.
Next, yeah.
My one like is the ability to save GIFs of cool moments. I don't think I ever played a game where you're able to save GIFs after beating a level. I like it. It's very quick. It saves a folder. You can easily upload it to any social media or whatever platform you want. And it's just cool. It's just a nice little feature.
That was NVIDIA, right? Or does it matter what GPU you have?
No, it just saves the game. Just saves it.
Okay.
To a folder, and then you can go in the folder and then upload it anywhere.
But only one though, right? It only saves like one, like your best moment.
It saves your best moment for that level.
Okay.
And then you can obviously, replay the level and also keep saving. So it's no limit to it.
Okay, that's pretty sick. I like that.
Next.
All right, I think the next part I definitely did like, at least in the regards of the game, was definitely the gunplay. It felt really it felt really satisfying though. When you line up those shots perfectly that you are going for, and you're able to chain them into, whether or not you kick a torso into someone's face, killing them, and then killing the guys behind you, or shoot, or setting up a shot where you kick a gas can into the air, right? You shoot that, and then you shoot the other guys on the edge of the corner of the little room, and then it all happens at the same time. It feels really cool when you pull those off. And the gunplay in general, though, the guns definitely do feel like they have their moments where they come in handy. And I was actually quite surprised to find out that even if you're late in the game, the other guns are still just as viable, honestly, to use. Not that you should, but you could still use them if you're in a pinch, especially the dual pistols, since they have limited ammo. And I found myself running out of ammunition very late into the game, especially with some certain weapons. Even the pistols are very viable, and they ain't gonna be easy, but at least you're not soft locked by having to use a particular weapon for any sense. Or like when you get the sniper rifle, you don't have to use it, but it is there as another way to do the way you traverse to the end levels. So yeah, I used to definitely like the gunplay. Every gun has their niche, but you could still use them all in any situation if you really wanted to, which is good. So you have a lot of variety there. So yeah.
Okay.
Next.
So the second thing that I enjoyed about this game is a variety of different gimmicks in each level. So not only is it just a standard gameplay, but you have some levels where you have a frying pan that you can kick and it ricochets into enemies, which is sick. I tried to take that pan all the way through some sections of a level just because how entertaining it was.
It's so cool, yeah, the pan.
like stuff like that, and also you have those signs that you can ricochet off. You have the skateboard that you can use in some varying ways. There's just like a lot of things that they make change up like every couple of levels, which is pretty cool. It's also like the whole weird area with Pedro's world, and it's like psychedelic, and it's like they introduce like a flying mechanic, or it's so weird, but it's like I really enjoyed the gimmicks along with the gameplay. I think it complemented for the most part.
Uh-oh. I'm down.
Yeah, some of them kind of got a little too much or got a little too carried away too quickly, but yeah. That's still fresh in my mind.
Like you said, kicking the gives into enemies. It's just so fun.
It's just funny, yeah, because it actually counts towards your counter, and then you try and chain it with other things. So it's like the funniest, just crazy stuff you'll have.
A lot of creative
like
ways.
then the first boss, you're on a whole motorcycle. That's pretty sick.
Or the part where you jump after the other guy out of the skyscraper. You're like, what the heck? What the heck is this game? Yeah, or we could skateboard and use it as part of a weapon trick. You kick into someone's face. I was like, what the heck, dude? This game had a lot going for it. Yeah, this game definitely had a lot going for it in terms of the level designs. Because I do like how they introduce some stuff early on, kind of forget about it or feels like they do it, but then they bring it out of nowhere and you already know what to do. And you're like, oh, okay. Like the ricochet signs or the little levers or something. Just little basic things, but they're easy to remember. So I genuinely like the level designs in this game too. And the enemies. I'll go into that on my section, but yeah.
Okay. That's it for me.
All right.
Okay,
so the last thing I definitely liked, as I mentioned earlier, was definitely the enemy types in selection in this game. I definitely liked how the enemies, sure they had pretty much had the similar roles. They shoot at you and they have particular weapons, but the way they sort of fit within the universe that this game takes place in. Like, I think my particular favorite ones were the gamers in the sewers. I was like, what the heck is this level? But the enemies, like for the gamers, for example, they would, when they spot you, they would say something like typically like a gamer, typical gamer speak, like, oh, look, it's a noob, or he's camping, or he, what the heck, dude? Oh yeah, I like the enemy selections in this game, and then like in the second level, all the hitmen had like Christmas sweaters on, so it just totally did not fit with the current what was going on. But that's what made it funnier. It was just visually funny to me. Just all these people come after you, but they're wearing Christmas sweaters and like little Santa hats. I'm like, what's the? It was just the most craziest like absurd thing, but that's what I liked about it. The enemies were pretty entertaining for the most part.
So it's not like taking itself seriously at all.
No, which is good. But then, what's it called? The last enemies, nah. No, I ain't having it with them. Not the last section, but everything else before that, it was buttery good, buttery smooth. It was perfect. But yeah, that's it. I love the enemy types in this game. So
did the gamer enemies were they all like get good scrub?
Yeah, get good or like
oh, they did.
Yeah.
Did they say sit down, kid?
No, they didn't say that.
So they're not even toxic. Okay.
No, they're more of like what you think of a generic gamer would apparently say or something. I don't know. It was just funny seeing them, or like when the last one was like when they were like dressed up in knight armor.
Yeah,
I was like, what the heck? They would just run at you, and you would think you could kill them easily, but no, they actually tank quite a few hits actually, which actually shocked me the first time, and it caught me off guard and it killed me. So
wow, tank means.
Yeah, they had knight armor, but yeah. But yeah, I love the enemy selection or the types in this game. They were very amusing.
All right. Okay, Noxo. Take us home. Last one.
All right. For my last one, I like the music. It has that whole 90s dance type of vibe. A lot of high octane energy, especially when you're going through levels.
Oh yeah,
it was very cool. It reminded me of Hotline Miami.
I was about to say, yeah, it had that vibe to it. Hotline Miami, especially, it sort of had that similar feel where you kind of you can sort of plan out how you're going to do things beforehand, thanks to that focus ability. And then the music in the background, just like when you get everything right, it feels so good. You feel like
also
you were
like
Death
John
Incarnate.
Wick.
Yeah, John Wick.
Yeah, I could definitely
at some parts in the game, yeah. I noticed the John Wick vibes in the second level, Hotline Miami-esque vibes, like in the first level. And the third level's in the sewers. I don't know what that one would be. But definitely for the last few, it definitely reminded me of like platformers based, like puzzle platformers with the lasers and all that. I think that maybe that's what they were trying to go for.
Yeah, and it's very unique. Like Pedro's world that has like more of a silly tone.
That silly vibe, yeah. It sure caught me off guard the first time I saw Pedro's world. I was like, what the heck?
So I think like each area really fit the theme and also changed up the music, so it wasn't just always the same kind of tunes of dance or house music that you hear. They definitely added their own uniqueness to each world or each area, I should say.
Okay,
yeah,
I like it. And then when you whip it just looks funny. Because in your mind you're thinking, oh hell yeah, this music's going hard. I'm about to do A, B, C, and D, and then you get in there and you just like you fook up the jump or something.
Yeah. Quite a few times.
That's the best part. Okay. All right. Let's move on to question 4. Again, we'll be alternating here. And the question is, what are 3 things you did not like and how would you improve it? Here we go. Take it away, Town Man.
Oh, man. Okay. So the major one I felt I could definitely... That comes to mind right now because I was just streaming it. It's just the way the game just absurdly changes in the way it feels and plays, especially on the last chapter of the game. Like the first half was absolutely fantastic. I loved every bit of it, the zaniness, the humor, the what's going on, you know. But then after the sewer level, I felt like it just changed differently. It felt like an actual legitimate platformer with puzzle elements. And not like a side shooter with optional elements that resemble a puzzle game, if that makes any sense. I felt like it sort of jumped way too quickly, introducing these different elements a little too fast, especially near the end, because it felt like I was just being bombarded with all sorts of things at once. But before I even got a chance to settle in and learn how to do it somewhat decently, so especially with in the last section. They put a bunch of zappers, lasers, you know. I felt like I was playing N+ or something, you know, with occasional shooting mechanics rather than a side-scroller, you know, side-scrolling shoot 'em up. It actually kind of annoyed me a little bit, because especially with the new enemies at the end, they become bullet sponges, man. I know I said earlier all the guns are viable, and they are. But it doesn't change the fact that you still need the rifle or something, or the sniper to even kill them quickly compared to if you're using your pistol. It's possible to kill them, but you could have done it a lot faster if you had just used the other gun that you unlocked later in the game naturally, you know. So it's just like, you know, it had a lot of those old classic, you know, I guess I say that with a pinch of salt, those very classic game designs that almost just verge on like kind of bad game design, but you know, it's just the pacing. It's just the pacing of everything. You know, I felt like changed a little too quickly. I felt like after the train, that's when it just sort of just completely changed in tone. Like I get it's like the last part and you're near the top boss, but they should at least ease you into it, introducing one at a time instead of doing everything all at once, like the last few chapters or something. But that's just me. Maybe I'm not bad. I'm not good at platforming games either, so maybe that's just me.
I
but
don't even think that's the problem. You're definitely onto something.
Because the first half, like first 2/3 of the game, fantastic. I actually loved the humor and the challenge it some presented. But the last one just felt like they were just really doing that just to buy time. But that's what I feel like.
I mean, from what I've seen, again, I didn't actually finish or play the game, but I did see the last area where Tailman was playing. He streamed it for a little bit for me, and
just to show
just so I could see, and it looked like a completely different game with the way everything was set up, the lasers. Like it was, the game was intentionally. How did you put it? You said it was like game padding. Like it was slowing you down when the game is meant to. You're supposed to be always moving forward, but this game intentionally slowed you down for whatever reason. It just didn't feel right. Even for me, I'm like, oof, that is rough, man.
Because I'll let you know right now. I played this game yesterday, and I managed to get. I kid you not. I timed myself when I started playing this game at 8:30 to before we start recording. The time I spent on that one section alone, I already got through like 2 other chapters in that time, like legitimately speaking, playing this game. So I just felt like they were just padding it or something. So, but yeah, it's I don't know. It's a blemish in what I would have said like it's a really good game, just that slight thing. But that's like the only thing I have any legitimate complaint for. It's just that little weird change in tone and absurd jump in
the dark spot on the banana.
Pretty much. The whole game was a nice part of the banana. This part was like the anus of the banana. No one likes
the anus of the banana.
Yeah, the butt part no one likes to eat. So
okay, I like that analogy.
Next.
One thing I like about this game is that the level visuals are trash.
Dang, trash.
We're gonna have to fight now. I was kidding.
This game's art direction. I think I just play a lot of games this year where it's like I think I just got spoiled this year. It really put into perspective. It's just so boring and it's very samey.
No, I'll admit, I felt like sometimes like some of the textures might have been ripped from Gmod or something, especially with the way
it's not like the textures for me. It's just like the design themselves. It's just repetitive.
Oh, that too, yeah. No, but I personally want to like where you're coming from. I do feel it because at times I'm like, is this just Gmod swapped assets or something with the way like the models like sometimes move, or like the animations just look kind of janky. I'm like, is this game powered by Source or something? Is this a Source game?
I mean, this game was just made by one person, so
okay, that's fair. But it just I don't know.
Man, Tailman, that's mean.
No, but because I love Gmod, so I wouldn't mind. But or yeah, I don't know. I do get where you're coming from because I feel like the only difference really in the levels were basically just I guess just different scenery, but it still had the same feel to them for the most part. Even with the additions of the level gimmicks like the ricochet sign or the levers. Or the gas tanks or the skateboard they'll sometimes occasionally introduce or something. I get you. I get where you're coming from.
Let's let Noxo cook a little bit. I'm kind of curious, about your philosophy on the design. I want to hear it.
I think the visuals. I only remember this.
Okay.
I remember buildings for the first half. I remember Pedro's world. That's like the weird. That's one that stands out the most. It's like a weird background, colorful, chocolate, weird stuff.
Like heads and all that.
The internet, a lot of orange and industrial stuff. And that's pretty much it. And oh wait, you have the sewers. You have the sewers.
Yeah,
And it's like all the assets it's just
Oh, and there's
bland.
like one in the train. The train was so short; it's easy to forget about. But there was
I
a
forgot about
train.
the train. I mean, the
Yeah, it
train
was like
was. I mean, it was
4
fun though.
levels.
Like it was short.
Yeah, it was.
This is boring. Is this the same? I wish it was more colorful. That's one thing they could improve. If this is like, this game kind of like reminds me of a cyberpunk. So I just expected more colors and variation.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just having different levels, at least for like maybe 1/3 of each section has something that changes it up visually. So instead of just going to do basic, boring industrial buildings, you can just, maybe you're just on the street. The only time you're on the street for the first half is like when you're passing by those dads who are like celebrating Christmas or whatever. And then when you're like on a motorcycle, that's like the only time you're like really like on the street levels. It's just visually, I just would like to see more variety for each part.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah.
And it's one of those things too. It's like with what they're trying to achieve with this game, it's hard to make these areas interesting. But I think a good way to approach it is like with each of these sections, create like a set piece moment to play around and work with. Kind of like if you picture John Wick, it would get really boring if it's the same scene. Like yeah, it's established in realism, but if it was always in the catacombs or the nightclub over and over again, but luckily the movie series doesn't do that. It takes the way all the films are designed, and I'm guessing it would apply really well in this game, is if they had centered everything around a key set piece moment and kind of built off of that to help reinforce the game. Like I don't know, was there ever a point where you guys were like, I don't know, on top of a falling building or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
not really.
No, not really.
Not really? I don't remember a
Well,
falling building.
no, not the
Or
more
office
like falling
buildings. Office buildings, jumping from office to office, from building to building.
Yeah, you do that.
there's some of that.
Okay. They got some of the basics in there. That's good.
Yeah, like they have like zip lines that you go down, and there's like a
zip lines are
helicopter
cool.
chasing you.
Okay. So
Actually, the only thing I can think of is the level where you jump off the side of the skyscraper and you're chasing after the guy who jumped off as well, and you're having a full-on boss fight
while
there,
falling.
While falling, yeah.
Okay.
Or the boss battle where you're chasing your meat cleaver guy dude in the van with a motorcycle. That was pretty fun too.
It's only like one level. It's only like this one more changes per section. It's only like one really major change per section. And usually it deals with having to do something with the boss.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's just the internet. The last act is I do not like the visual. It's so orange. If I wanted to see orange, I would just look outside right now. If I just wanted to see any orange in the sky.
Okay. I was like, wait, what's orange outside right now?
Oh, it's because of the wildfires in the Northeast.
Oh.
Dang, the Northeast.
If I wanted to see orange all the time, I would just look outside.
Look how you just use some wildfires.
It's so casually. There's a fire, but it's fine. Normal. It's par for the course here. Yeah, I saw the pictures of what it was like there too. I'm like, oh shoot, it's orange. It looks like what's it, Blade Runner 2052.
I'm gonna say it looks like My Friend Pedro.
My Friend Pedro. The last level, at least. Put an asterisk there.
Dude, it's like a lot of browns and orange. It's just so boring.
Ugly. It was like Gears of War 1. Everything's the same color.
I was getting like a flashback of Xbox 360 days with the levels.
Everything was like what? Saturated, gray, blue.
Yeah. Oh, desaturated actually. Very desaturated.
Yeah.
That's it for me. Next.
Yeah, tell man. Second thing
I really didn't like about this game. So I know as much as I love the movement, it also sometimes gets in your way. Now it's not a major thing, but like,
yes, it is.
It's a big thing.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Hear me out. See, the movement is fine if it was a running gun, as I thought it was. The only time the movement really started to make me mad was when I was trying to do some careful platforming. Because I try to like jump into, because you can't wall slide, as far as I know, to slow down to avoid this thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling man. I was like, wait, you have all these movement mechanics, but you don't have the basic, hug the wall slide.
At least for any sort of platformer, side scroller shooter. Yeah, that really bit me in the butt sometimes for some of the puzzles. And then I try to do like a light tap, and he does a flip into the freaking zapper and kills me. I'm like, no, I just need to do a light tap just to buy me, Nah, he does a whole 360 flip off the wall into the laser. I'm like, you stupid. Well, like I have to jump into this platform. It happened to me a few times while you were gone.
So it is a big thing.
Yeah, I guess it is a big thing. Well, only until you hit the last part of the game.
Okay.
Before that, the movement was perfectly fine for what it was. It was only during those last parts we needed some sort of accuracy. It really started to show because, like you mentioned, he is very floaty feeling. Like he doesn't have weight to him. Like a single tap of the spacebar, he goes doing flips and whatnot, which is fine. But if you try to use that whole mechanic where you're always in the air, split shotting, slow mo, off the wall, that's fine. But if you try to use that kind of move set for like particular sections where you got to time your
super precise movements,
if you're super precise, you're gonna have a bad time. Because there's many times where I overshoot it because I tapped right once, and maybe because I was playing on keyboard, I'll go tap right, and he goes jolting to the right into the thing, and I'm like, no!
That might be a keyboard thing. I didn't really have that on controller.
Okay, so maybe it's just a keyboard thing then. It's a skill issue on my end.
Should have used
Never
BK
mind.
bongos, man. Told you.
BK bongos.
Should have went with it.
Maybe I should have.
I got you next time. I got you. No worries.
Next time I'll bring the BK bongos. But yeah, other than that, I guess this complaint is coming. Okay, so put an asterisk there, but my complaint is the controls. Asterisk on PC. It might be different on controller, so.
Okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, that's another thing I didn't like. With an asterisk. Okay.
With an asterisk, gotcha.
Controls. Asterisk. Okay, thanks.
All right. So I haven't seen enemies auto turn so quickly in a game since Elden Ring. And what I mean by that is enemies, every time you shoot, not even shoot, every time you just slowly walk up.
They immediately just notice you start firing.
They do a snap turn and start shooting.
A 180.
Yeah, I was hoping there would be a mechanic for that where you can sneak up on them and kick them and kill them, but nah. Knox was right. As soon as you open the door, they have this sixth sense and just start shooting at you. I'm like, I didn't even do anything yet.
It's so annoying. Like,
it does.
Just have like more. Okay, obviously how to fix this easily. You just have them have a slower turn. Jeez, I just don't. I understand that you have slow motion to your advantage, but sometimes in this game, I actually didn't use the slow motion as much as they wanted me to, because it's kind of weird. It slowed down. It slowed down the game too much for me. I actually liked it when I just wanted to just go through it without all the slow motion. I mean, I did like half and half, but it's like certain parts. It's just, I know the game was made around for that mechanic specifically, but I just wish there was not any weird way for enemies to engage with you, even when you're just like slowly going across the screen, and then the screen sometimes transitions and you just get shot immediately because you like the enemies hear you or like see you, but you can't see them so quickly, so they also turn. So not only is it just the enemies turning, it's also the camera sometimes going forwards or backwards slightly too slow, and it just combines with this turn, so it just feels cheap. Like some deaths during that, I feel like, man, like I couldn't expect that unless I seen it coming. So just make the enemies turn slowly. I'm not sure if you ran into that, Tom, man. Sometimes you just get killed out of nowhere because the enemies just like sniped you or use a shotgun like immediately.
Or like or the worst one I noticed, they'll come out of the door and then they're at the very edge of the map, so you don't even notice it, and then you get hit by a stray bullet. You didn't.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? And it was, and I even waited for it this time. I had a shotgun ready to go, and I just give that guy. I'm like, oh, you want to play that game then, huh? And then so
that was annoying. Wow. How about you, Tom? What's your final one?
Oh my gosh, I pretty much touched up on the main two I could think of. If I really had to think hard on one aspect I really didn't like. Let's see. I can't really. The game is honestly a good, perfect length. It was enough to sate your appetite for like a mindless shooter. And I feel like if it had gone in, and by the way, the game is like 3.5, 4 hours long, depending how your play style for your first playthrough. So, but I felt like the game was a perfect length. It didn't go on longer than it should have because I felt like I was starting to feel like near the last chapter it was pretty much the same deal. Go in, slow mo, shoot some guys, do this. I loved it, but after a while it just sort of just got repetitive. So I guess if I had to think of something, albeit very lightly, because I still had fun. But if I had to nitpick one more time, I would say that I think near the end of the game, it feels pretty repetitive now.
There's like nothing new, nothing fresh, keep you engaged.
Yeah, and I feel like the way that they try to do it was probably one of the so agreeable ways to do it. In this case, padding, making them bullet sponges. Actually, you know what? If I had to think of one, I think the boss battles, because I guess AI could use some work. There we go. The AI in this game could use some work sometimes, at some parts, because I was able to cheese the last boss by just standing on the left side and just dodging.
Yeah.
And like just dodging when she shot at me, and then just kept shooting on the side, even if she's out of screen. Or one time when I glitched the game actually one time with the mines that track you. If you do it crazily enough, you won't die to the mines anymore. I glitched the game pretty. I actually had it recorded too. It was funny. But yeah, I think some of the. I guess my third one will be the AI. Sometimes they just feel either easily predictable or they just have input on them.
And they just stand there. They don't try to dodge you either. They just stand there and shoot.
Yeah, the only one that that dodges you with any sort of reliability is the final boss. Because spoilers, the final boss is actually your sister. So you're literally just fighting against yourself, essentially.
Which is a shame because they didn't even think about like changing up her animations to kind of match her too.
It's literally
a one for one clone.
Literally one for one clone, yeah. The only difference is you're just fighting a less a lesser version of yourself. But it's literally the same freaking animations. Which I could already tell where it was going, like mid game. Like, is that who it is? Is it? I was like, oh, okay, this is probably the brother or a long lost, relative. And yeah, sure enough, you're my brother. I'm like, oh, who saw that coming from a mile away? I'm like, it was already. I sort of already insinuated that after the second boss battle, which really wasn't even a boss battle, honestly. But there we go. And I was like, oh, this dude's probably like the brother or something. And then or long lost, estranged cousin, or something related to family.
Yeah, your stepsister.
No, she wasn't my.
I'm down.
Oh, what? I didn't say anything.
No, I think it was her biological sister. I think, not stepsister.
Ah, dun 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 dun.
This is it, boy. This ain't Game of Thrones, Obi.
Anyways,
no, trust me, if it was stepsister, that's it. It's a wrap for her. That's it. It's gone.
Oh, calm down, man. Calm down. Jeez.
That's what I say. Someone's gonna die.
Yeah,
someone's gonna die.
Exactly. Calm down.
No, I'm choosing violence.
All right. I
gotta talk to Banana in my ear.
Respectable. Okay. Actually, fair enough. Go for it.
The voices are telling me to do it for the lulz. Anyways, that's it. The AI really, I feel, could also be improved a bit at times.
Okay. How about you, Noxo?
Wow. I have a lot more to say.
You got one.
The last one is, why is this game so light on the amount of weapons that it presents you?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think the weapons are cool, I actually just want more of them. That's actually what I want.
That is
You
true
only get
because
you only get 5. You only get the pistols. You get the what is it TMP?
you got the two pistols, the two Uzis, the assault rifle, the
Yeah,
sniper, and the shotgun.
the
And
shotgun.
it's even worse. There's a split aiming mechanic, and only like literally 2 of the guns utilize it. Everything else either is a scoped in grenade launcher or doesn't have anything at all. I'm like, okay. So some more
Yeah, I
options
actually
for
can't
two-handed
dual
weapons would
wield
have been nice.
shotguns.
Man,
I want
especially
to dual wield
'cause-
sniper rifle.
Especially coming from Ratchet and Clank, then going into
Yeah.
this game.
Heck,
Yeah.
even in Max Payne 3
Uh,
or Max Payne 3 could dual wield literally any weapon except for like maybe 2 weapons in that game you can't dual wield, but every other thing is fair game. So I'm like, why can't you do it in here? Why can't he? That would be a nice option.
come and tell us why. Why can't we do it in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's all made by
cry.
one person. The mechanics are limited by the work horsepower that they got to develop it. Or maybe they're saving it for number 2, where you could literally
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
My friends,
know.
Pedro.
Dude, let's
My
have
friend
more
Pedro.
weapons. Where's the rocket launcher? Where's the laser gun?
Yeah.
The closest you'll have to a rocket launcher in this game is that grenade launcher, but even that's not that great. It fires out a weird arc.
Where's the light machine gun? If this game was
There
to
wasn't a
land,
light machine gun?
No. The closest you'll get to
game
a machine gun would
lends
be those
itself to,
turrets.
if this game wants to lend itself to like this fast paced action, slow mo, you definitely have to have more weapons just to change it up. Is this got like I mean the weapons it's because the weapons are actually pretty fun to use and satisfying.
Exactly. They feel fun, especially when you get the shotgun. You just go up and just splatter them. Or with the assault rifle, you go into a room, clear with a grenade launcher, and then pick off the people. They feel fun to use, you know. Even the sniper, that was the one I was least expecting to like. That thing was its own fun, powerhouse. It's like 20 shots you can fire in quick succession. It kills like literally almost everyone in one hit. It's the most funniest thing ever. But yeah,
I just wish
man.
this is easy. It's obviously easy. Just add more weapons if they ever make a sequel. Also, another cool way you could do it is like maybe after beating the game, the second run, you have more different weapons that you can unlock.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Add more replayability to the
Dang,
game.
post-game content?
The only
like a new
thing,
game plus.
Yeah, the only thing you got actually going for you is just the modifiers, and the most that fits what you're describing at the time is just you can use the weapons you've unlocked through the game in your next playthrough right off the bat, so you don't have to worry about unlocking them anymore. That's the only thing that you can do. But I feel like if you can get new weapons,
Dang, no LMG.
I'm sorry, man. They just wouldn't fit the bill in this game.
It just seems like that's like that.
Wait, what the heck was that?
I'm sad.
Wait, did you do that?
What? Yeah, that was me.
You have a soundboard?
No, I made that sound myself. I'm practicing.
Oh, what the heck?
I know, pretty good, huh? Question 5. What is your final verdict and final rating from 0 to 10 using a 0.5 scale? Take it home, Tailman.
All right, so even after all has been said, I definitely gave this game a solid 7. It's still a fun game in its own regard. There was definitely something there. I really felt like it's just that last segment really put a sour taste in my mouth. That's literally it.
Man,
the gameplay is fun. It really is a fun game, though. I do mean it. It's just those little choices along the way is what kind of hampered my enjoyment. Was just that, especially mainly that last part. But no, the slow motion, bullet time with the chain kills, that was fun to do. I was actually stopping and thinking, all right, how am I gonna kill all y'all? And look good doing it. It was fun to actually have that mechanic in there. Gunplay was it was very enjoyable. I like the little dodging mechanic, so you can actually dodge bullets.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a little thing where you get low on health, and there's like one bullet coming your way that's gonna kill you. It'll give you a little grace period to give a quick little dodge before it kills you. Not all the time, but it is a nice touch, that they added that in there and all that. But yeah, it's a solid 7. It's only 3-4 hours long, so you're not losing too much, if you were to buy it. It's a very enjoyable experience. I loved it. So
What would you have given it if they did not try to pull all those stunts with that final act?
basically, legitimately speaking, I would definitely give it like an 8.5, 9 maybe.
Dang, was that bad? I guess so. Yeah, kind of.
Definitely an 8 though. Maybe 9 was really pushing it, but I'll definitely have given it an 8 for sure. 8.5.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. No, I can definitely see where you're coming from. Especially, I don't know. That's really interesting decisions they made in terms of design for that last bit.
Exactly.
Okay, so 7, final answer.
7 is my final answer.
7's final answer. All right. What about you, Noxo?
This game, I loved it at the start. I love the slow motion. I thought the gameplay was really good. I like the little silliness of the game. It doesn't take itself too seriously, even though it does take it seriously in some parts inconsistently. But besides that, the game's good. It's fine. It's good.
It's like a banana.
It's good.
Yeah, this is like the banana that's like almost close to not being unripened, but it's like it's getting there. It's pretty good.
It's like a banana that has a little hint of green on it.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like it's still pretty good taste. Could let it stay out for a little bit longer
it's the
before
right
eating
way
it.
more.
Yeah, it has to ripen more.
Yeah, there you go.
For me, with like the last section, if game physics being weird, the enemies, the last boss being boring compared to the previous bosses, the visuals, and also something I didn't mention, but it's important to Tubby. There's no master volume.
What?
Oh, really?
Seriously? Not even the basics for sound? So you have to do each one individually?
Yeah. And also there's not a lot of options in general for like audio or any other accessibility options, or it's just really lacking in that regard. But you know what?
Yeah.
I still enjoy the game enough to give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Wow.
I played a lot worse games. This game obviously
It's
would have
not
turned
bad.
to an 8 or 8.5 for me if it did have better options, or if it did fix a lot of issues we were talking about, especially the issues with the visuals, weapons, and the third act being the biggest outliers. But in general, I still am glad that I played the game, and I'm looking forward to whatever they do in the future.
Man, imagine if this was still year 1 book club. The first couple episodes. If this game made it, you know how high this game would have scored?
9.
Probably 8.5s, maybe 9s. Because
only that game in our taste in our mouth was Double Kick Heroes.
Well, plus back then we didn't have a rule of actually finishing it. So if everyone had like just played just a portion of it, the good bits, they're like, this game's awesome. Woo!
This game's like a 9, 10. Now that if we were to play it through, we'd be like, ooh.
This is why you play the game fully.
But IGN said, okay, I'm not gonna go into that. But
what did they say? Let's hear it. You know what? Let him cook. Let him cook.
What? IGN? They haven't scored anything wrong. They are always right.
They score everything wrong. What do you mean?
Amen. Anyways, with that said, my friend Pedro gets our final average rating of 72.5% or 14.5 out of 20. So this is pretty good. And you could tell it's pretty good because every time we talk about this game, our pitch goes a little bit higher. Right?
It does.
It's high.
And there's definitely something there. Like they're onto something. Like legitimately speaking.
Yeah, there is a banana there. It just needs to, like Nakaso said, just needs to sit out a little bit longer.
It needs to ripen more.
Yeah. Just let it sit out before taking a bite out of it.
Yeah, we took it off the tree a little too soon.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, that is the final average rating. And if you have beaten my friend Pedro, let us know in the comment section below what your final verdict and final rating for the game is. But enough of that. Nakaso, do you know what time it is?
Uh-oh.
Time for the bonus mystery question of the day.
Yeah. Bonus mystery question time. Bonus mystery questions were prepared ahead of time by both Tailman and Nakuso, but no one knows who or what will be asking the question. We're going to spin that wheel of mystery. You ready? You guys ready? 50-50 chance?
Yeah. Let's see it.
All right. Swapping over. Okay, let me know when you guys see it.
I see it. Oh, come on, Nakuso. Let's do this.
All right. Spinning the wheel of mystery in 3, 2,
My money's on
1.
Nakuso.
Go. Ooh. Wow.
All right, pay up, suckers.
Dang. Nakuso again.
Dang, Nakuso.
Yeah, what's going on? You're winning quite a bit.
Please, I don't want to. Stop.
You don't want to now, huh? Okay.
I don't want to keep winning.
Please have mercy on my soul. So yeah, what would your question be?
All right. So my question is
just the total swap.
One weapon.
Are we doing it? The meme is coming back.
Meme is alive.
What gimmick would you add in My Friend Pedro for one level?
Oh,
like actually adding variety to the game.
Like how they add the skateboarding or ricocheting, the helicopter chase, a motorcycle. What gimmick would you personally add? You could add one.
I got it. I already got it. I got my answer. Oh, by the way, I'm participating in this. Cool. Nice. Any objections? No?
Yeah.
What?
No,
okay,
that's
fine. That's fine. I won't answer then. But anyways, thank you for the question. We're gonna go ahead and start the 60-second timer for us to think now.
If I were to add a gimmick into this game, considering how crazy the first half was and there were so many elements, I think it would have been funny if it did a gimmick where it was did a level given the music choice and how brutal this game could be. It would have been funny if there was a gimmick where one level was like in the style of Hotline Miami.
Okay.
If that makes any sense,
like top
down. Yeah, top down, and you don't have any what's it called, focus or anything. And basically you get one shot at it. But yeah, I think that would be a funny thing to try. Or maybe you can keep your focus, but you only have one hit, a KO, type deal. So I think that would have been a funny gimmick to include, since this game had those similar vibes, especially at the beginning of the game with the music choice on the first chapter. I feel like a parody level of something along the lines of Hotline Miami I think it would have been pretty cool to see.
Dang, that would be pretty good. Help like break up the monotony of the game too.
Keep you on your toes. Just come out of nowhere. It's like a Hotline Miami level. And it'll have like a parody song of like Hydrogen or something playing in the background. I think that would have been a cool gimmick to see.
Okay.
Next.
So we all love weapons, right?
No.
Yeah.
Too violent.
That's your problem.
You're right.
I love weapons.
I love weapon writing.
Well, we have gun game in not every, but in a lot of games, you have gun game, which is basically you can swap out every time you get a kill. So why not have a level for every 3 enemies you kill, you auto switch to a random weapon? Not only but there's and change up the strategy, but it also will make it a little bit less repetitive because you just have to deal with certain enemies in a crisis of just having to kill 3 before swapping to a better weapon. So with all these different enemy varieties, it'll make the game either easier or harder. And to even change it a bit more, there's not just a set weapon after you kill. It's just random, no matter what.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That sounds like an
I
interesting
like it.
gimmick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty straight to the point one. Nothing too crazy. It's just something that would be fun to see in the level.
help change it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For me, if I were to add something, because Noxo is a man of enjoyment when it comes to color and just variety and like levels, I think, just thought of this off the top of my head.
Mhm.
What is a really colorful place? A carnival. A carnival. I think that would be an awesome area. Specifically, you're flying through the carnival, and then when you get to like the final area, just picture it, right? Just picture this. You're on a roller coaster. You're fighting on a moving roller coaster.
This is Left 4 Dead.
No, but in order to kind of like maintain or play within the game's mechanics, when you're fighting on the roller coaster, it's moving. You're hopping from cart to cart. Like it's actually moving at full speed. And then, when you have the loops, you can actually choose to hang on to the carts as it's going through all the loops. Or maybe you drop on a cart that's in front of you. And I just think it would be an interesting dynamic.
That actually sounds pretty interesting.
So to help kind of change it up. And
also, change up the scenery too, like you said.
Yeah. And I just think it would be cool. And then maybe at the end of it, as you're progressing through this carnival level, maybe you freaking zip line to a Ferris wheel or something. I don't know. Just go. If you're going to make a game that's like all about crazy bullet time action.
It's really over the top. As is.
Make it like take what you think is over the top and bring it even higher.
Go to space, man.
Yeah.
Screw it. Go in a spaceship.
That's how you do it.
Back down into Earth.
Exactly. But then at the same time, it's like it is kind of insane, like those kind of ideas. But in the same time, it's still set like in a realistic setting too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think that would offer a lot of variety. It would play a lot on the verticality of a carnival too. So I think that would be a nice little level if they were to add more to the game. Maybe they will. My friend's Pedro. My friend Pedro's, instead of one banana, it's gonna be a full. What do you actually call a group of bananas? Is a bushel? A bushel of bananas?
I just call them a bunch.
A bunch of bananas?
Yeah, a bunch.
Yeah, my friend Pedro's. Bunch of bananas. Banana Jam edition.
Bunch of carnage.
Bunch of carnage. Jeez. Yeah, that's what I would add. That's what I would add.
Right for reckoning.
Dang. All right, Tailman. Join the marketing team for my friend Pedro too.
I can think, I don't know any other banana puns. Oh, that's it.
That's it. All right. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this podcast, feel free to like, follow, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Patreon, whatever platform you can find us on. Links in the description box below. With that said, take care. Have a good one. And we will catch you in the next episode of Video Game Book Club. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
All right, see ya.